asked you what you wanted to see next. So the most responses that we got was Sierra Nevada's Hoptimum. Now, most of you said mainly because it's going to go bad soon. The hops might go out.
You guys know a little bit about beer, don't
seriously. Not to age hoppy beers.
Yeah.
Now, we've been trying to get to this one since I picked this up. I believe I picked this one up in...
right when it came out.
Yeah, I think it was like February, March, somewhere like that. Late February, early March. So, it's been aging, but it has been kept cool. So that should hopefully help. Now this Sierra Nevada is...
This is a monster of an IPA.
Yeah.
So, and I haven't even tried it yet. I know it's been out there. So have you tried it yet?
No, I have not.
Okay. So this is the first time for me.
Right. Now basically, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
10.4% ABV, and I believe it's the only double IPA like this in its class that's solely made from whole cone hops.
Yeah.
So
and 100 IBUs, whole cone hop. So
yeah,
that's a huge
ton of hops.
Yeah, most people use pellets. You know,
especially in bittering in the boil.
Yeah,
like
totally. I mean, to the amount of expenditure that you're going to have to do to get 100 IBUs out of whole cone hops is just going to be really expensive. It's
like
really
buckets
opulent.
And buckets of,
yeah, it's really opulent and luxurious.
Opulent?
Opulent. Nice, nicely done. So
great head retention.
Yeah, looks really nice.
A little bit.
It has a nice kind of hazy, golden, orange kind of color to it. Really nice. It's got a nice, fluffy, pillowy foam on it. Kind of like the Sierra Nevada 30th anniversaries all had that really fluffy, nice head to it. So I'm wondering if they're using a proprietary yeast. Yeah,
I'm sure. Yeah, the yeast that Sierra Nevada uses has real good attenuation.
Yeah.
I think it's very versatile. I think you can do a lot of different styles with that. I think that's like the clone. From what I understand, that's like the White Labs California Ale yeast is like a Sierra Nevada clone or something like that. So all you home brewers out there, it's very similar. You can beat this yeast to death.
Yeah, totally. Well, this is the nose is a little different. You're getting the alcohol. The alcohol's definitely there. You're getting hops, although not quite as much hops as I would have anticipated.
A subtle like earthiness in the hops.
Yeah.
Not real like fruity, citrusy hops.
No.
A little bit there, but like not.
Yeah, but there is definitely an earthiness that blends.
A lot of the newer double IPAs go real citrusy. So.
Yeah. This has got a really earthy, maybe a little spicy.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little alcohol, a little caramel comes.
Yeah. I'm really picking up quite a bit of the alcohol in the nose. It's really kind of that sharp astringency a little bit. Right. But at a 10.4% beer,
should be
and a lighter,
it should be there.
Yeah. So, well, let's get in and taste this. Cheers. You asked for it. Huh.
Ooh. Not as big and malty as I thought. It's actually, wow.
Huh.
It's really hoppy.
It's pretty darn balanced, I think. I'm getting malt notes. Definitely still getting malt. Some
It's
caramel.
not as sweet as I thought it was going to be.
No.
I was from smelling it. I thought it was going to be a little sweeter. Ooh, Before I take a sip of this one, that bitterness really pulls through on the finish of the palate there.
And it's got a very different style of bitterness to it. It's almost like, it's almost kind of like bitterness without, like a resiny, like a really resiny bitterness.
It sticks around.
Yeah, a lot. And resiny, I've used dank before, but I haven't really found resiny.
Yeah,
I think this one does. It's more of just like the bitterness.
I could go back and say that earthiness, kind of like evergreen kind of resiny, like that. That's kind of what I'm getting out of it.
No, I hear you. But without so much of the piney flavor that you would pick up.
More of like the evergreen like freshness, like
yeah. But I'm surprised at how balanced it is. I mean, it's got quite a bit of malt and it's got quite a bit of hops. I think. What do you think of the mouthfeel? I think it's a.
Yeah, to me, it's a little thinner than what I thought it was going to be. For the nose and getting some of those caramel notes, I thought it was going to be a little sweeter. Which means, like, once again, I really do. It's going to go back to that yeast. That yeast just kicks ass, and it dried out the beer.
So it's going to be kind of thin.
Yeah.
But yeah, that foamy head.
But it still sticks in your mouth.
Oh,
There's still like a layer of sweetness on the roof of your mouth and all that. So.
Yeah, the sweetness sticks around, and those hops stick around in a very different way. You can tell there's something different about the hops in this beer.
Hopheads are really like this beer. The guys that are into the lighter or the Belgian styles and stuff that aren't big hopheads probably won't be as into this beer.
Well, actually,
just because it doesn't, a lot of double IPAs you can give to somebody that doesn't necessarily isn't necessarily really into hops, because it has so much of the sweetness that it's that kind of candy effect.
Yeah.
But when it has the bitterness like this and the finish like this, those people don't tend to like these beers.
Right. But I
love it. I think
it's
awesome.
This one's been labeled one of the most controversial beers so far for people that were really liked it and some really didn't.
I think it's just what I said. I think people were probably expecting more of the typical West Coast sweeter, citrusy type of IPA.
Right.
And the Sierra Nevada doesn't do beer. Sierra Nevada will never do beers that like are trendy. Sierra Nevada is always going to do a beer that they feel that they what they want to do.
Well, this one definitely, and we talked about it with the homegrown estate ale, that it's definitely some different flavor profiles that are going on to this than what you're used to, and whether you like those or whether you don't like those, you have to give them some props for going out and trying to make 100 IBUs out of whole cone hops.
That's a lot.
This doesn't taste like 100 IBU beers, and I think that's one of the things that some of the hop heads are dinging it for. This is a lot more balanced than 100 IBU should. We hear about 100 IBU, you expect to be slammed in the face with a hop hammer. This one isn't that. It's a balanced, drinkable beer. I think it's a really good beer. I enjoy it. I'm glad we don't do ratings on this show, because this is one of those beers that'd be really hard pressed to rate. So you guys,
I can see why some liked it and some didn't.
Yeah, I can understand the controversy behind this beer, but all things considered, I think it's a success.
I like it because it really goes after the hops. I don't know if I would say it's my favorite double IPA.
No,
but I really do like it, and I do think the maltiness really counterbalances the hoppiness. Yeah. And man, the finish in this beer, it really is hoppy. I mean, you got a fair warning for those of you that are not big fans of the bittering hops, because
it starts off more balanced, but then as the aftertaste phase, it's like
full of hops. Right?
It is pretty hoppy. But one thing I do want to say is Sierra Nevada is definitely succeeding in making very unique flavor profiles. This beer, whether you like it or not, tastes like no other IPA or double IPA that I've come across.
That's true.
Same holds true for the homegrown organic beer. Totally different flavors. So, from that perspective alone, I think they deserve some credit. So,
right on.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hoptimum.